No Mary, no coming of the Holy Ghost. No Mary, no coming of the Holy Ghost. One more time for clarity. No Mary, no coming of the Holy Ghost. I want to get into this in this video. I'm Joseph Ramirez, your apostle of Mary. Glad to be with you today. Once again, we're going to keep on coming as long as the Lord permits. Keep on coming, trying to help you love Mary, help you esteem Mary, help you embrace Mary, help you start including her in the salvation effort on your behalf the way Christ wants her to be included. And that is totally, very integrally, very intimately, very centrally, very effectively. She will intercede for you. She will help you. She loves you so much. She's tender and merciful and kind. This beautiful mother, this holy mother, this most perfect of mothers, the mother of God. Okay, the little boy depicted here, this is an image, an artist's rendering of the Son of God become man. And he, at one point in history, was actually this age, about 1.5, 2 years old, dwelling peacefully, securely, and confidently in the arms of the most perfect of mothers, the holy and immaculate Virgin Mary. I am so happy to tell people that. She's worthy of praise. She's worthy of honor. No, she is not God, so she is not worthy of adoration. That belongs to God alone, and she's not God. Do we have this clarified now? Good, because it's the truth. She'd be the first one to correct somebody who gave her divine honors, adoration. She'd say, don't do that. I'm not God. I'm the mother of God. He's God, become man. I'm his mother, and I was his mother completely, totally, in every way, start to finish. That's the clear biblical record, the clear biblical testimony of the faithful witness, the ruler of the kings on earth, the faithful witness. If we are unfaithful, says St. Paul, he remains faithful. Why? Because he cannot deny himself. He cannot be like you often are. Push her away, don't talk about her, ignore her. She's, in your mind, she's not important, etc., on it goes. That's wrong. That's heretical. That's unfaithful. You're not being faithful to him. You're being radically unfaithful. But even still, he remains faithful. He totally affirms her. Totally. And she must be involved. And she will be involved in saving you if you will wise up and come to her. So, like I said in the introduction, no Mary, no coming of the Holy Ghost. Okay, now this is obvious. Yesterday I talked about no Mary, no Jesus. Jesus would not have come into the world as a man if there was not Mary to precede him. An immaculate woman, an immaculately conceived mother and woman, in whom he could be conceived by the power of the Holy Ghost. Ladies and gentlemen, please go to the Gospels of St. Luke and St. Matthew. Spend lots of time there. Do it, okay? And see the biblical record, hopefully for the first time in your life, maybe even for the first time of your life, and see what's recorded there. Jesus Christ came totally through, within, and by Mary Immaculate. And if Mary had not consented to the plan of God announced by the Archangel St. Gabriel, the Holy Ghost would not have come in order to overshadow her, in order to generate the God-man into the world. No Mary, no coming of the Holy Ghost to generate a God-man, Jesus Christ, into the world so that he could grow up, redeem the world, die, rise from the dead, and make salvation possible for you. Now, you're not even at square one. If you're outside the Catholic Church, you're just not even at square one. So I'm here to help you. Please, ladies and gentlemen, this is so exciting. So very exciting. This is good news. You've been wrong all these years. It's okay to admit that if you do what's required to get right. He wants you to get right. She wants you to get right. Not just right, but righteous. And you got to be both to save your soul. You get right by embracing the Catholic faith, whole and inviolate. That's the true faith of Jesus Christ. You get righteous when you come to baptism. Initially, that's where righteousness comes to the soul. Sin, Adam's, and all others, venial, mortal, actual sins, all cast out, remitted. You got to be right. You got to get righteous. She helps you. She will. Now, no Mary, no coming of the Holy Ghost. If Mary, just hypothetically here, had said no to that archangel, okay, I've heard the plan, I understand the plan, my answer is no, the Holy Ghost would not have come to generate the God-man, the true Christ, the true Messiah of God, the one and only, Jesus Christ, true God and true man. It wouldn't have happened. Wouldn't have happened. Okay? That is the greatest and best example, but it just gets better from there. Okay? It just gets better from there. Take, for instance, the visit of our Blessed Lady to her cousin Elizabeth. All right? Immediately upon hearing that she is being invited, Mary is being invited to become the mother of the Messiah, the mother of the King of Kings, the mother of Jesus Christ, true God and true man. Immediately, she goes with haste to her cousin Elizabeth in the hill country of Judea. What happens there? She finally gets there after a long, tedious, difficult journey. Hill country of Judea is south of Jerusalem. She gets there. Enters the house. Elizabeth! We know from the biblical account that Elizabeth was happy to hear that greeting. She was open. Instantly, the Messiah comes to her through Mary, and the Holy Ghost comes to Elizabeth. She's filled with the Holy Ghost and is able to say some powerful things about Mary. And her infant in her womb, 6-month gestation at this point, St. John the Baptizer, is filled with the Holy Ghost, instantly sanctified, and leaps for joy. Now, if St. Elizabeth, hypothetically, had thought, oh, stay out, go away. Okay, I know that's impossible. St. Elizabeth is exactly that, a saint, right? But hypothetically, to make a point, I'm just saying, if she had refused and said something like, go away, the Messiah would not have come to St. Elizabeth or St. John. The Holy Ghost would not have come to St. Elizabeth and St. John. It's as simple as that. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to understand the importance of Our Lady. The importance of Our Lady. The absolute importance, the absolute beauty and involvement and place and role in the effort of the Son of God to save you. We're going to keep this personal. Save the world, of course. I'm going to keep this personal because you need to understand this. You really do. No Mary, no coming of the Holy Ghost. No Mary, no coming of the Holy Ghost. No Mary, no coming of the Holy Ghost. Right? In the coming of the Holy Ghost to Mary in the incarnation, the result was the generation of the God-man, Jesus Christ, true God and true man. This is a principle, all right? It is a law. Now that Jesus Christ has come, died, risen from the dead, and ascended on high, this is a law, okay? No spiritual life will come to anyone unless the Mother of God and her spouse, her divine spouse, the Holy Ghost, come together and generate that divine life in this person, in a person. That is a fact. That is a truth. That's how it happens. So that no Mary. You push Mary out. You keep trying to sideline her, listening to false evangelists, false teachers, false preachers, false prophets, false reformers, and they all were in the 16th century. All right? Those ones that rebelled against the Catholic Church, said Catholic Church is wrong. Okay, they're false reformers. Thankfully, true reformers came along, St. Charles Borromeo, St. Robert Bellarmine, etc., and many others. Many others. You've listened to false reformers all telling you, push her away, push her away, push her away. You don't need her. You can just go to Jesus directly, and in your unsanctified, unconverted, unpurified state, receive a superabundance of blessings and gifts. That is madness, that is falsehood, that is heresy, and you are in delusion. You are self-deluding to the extreme. Mary and the Holy Ghost are working and cooperating with one another in bringing about your conversion. It hasn't happened yet. If you're still out there going, sinner's prayer took care of it, I have faith alone, Bible alone, eternal security, I'm going to heaven, nothing can change it. You're still locked in those fantasies and heresies. You are on the road to hell. You are not going to make it to heaven in that state. You've got to cooperate with the greatest married couple of all time, the Blessed Virgin Mary and the Holy Ghost. They want to work on your behalf. They are working on your behalf. Mary obtains the grace. The Holy Ghost comes and is working on you to get you out of your fog and deceptions, get you in agreement on all the issues so that you can eventually get to baptism. A true Catholic baptism with real and natural water, the same one that was performed on Pentecost Sunday, the same one that has always been performed. There's only one. It's done with real and natural water and is done the Catholic way. Period. That's baptism. It's a sacrament instituted by Jesus Christ. You have to have it. It is necessary for salvation. Ladies and gentlemen, cooperate with this activity of the greatest married couple of all time. They generated a God-man, brought Jesus Christ into the world. It was the Holy Ghost in union with his spouse, his wife, the Blessed Virgin Mary. He overshadowed her in a powerful way, in a mysterious yet so very powerful way. We got to be careful we talk about this. This is the intimate union of the most holy and immaculate Virgin Mary and the third person of the Blessed Trinity, God himself, the Holy Ghost. Come to Our Lady. Come to Our Lady. Come to Our Lady. You've got to see how important she is. Again, you meditate on those Gospels, St. Luke and St. Matthew, the first two chapters of each. It's unmistakable. If you just open your mind and allow yourself to hear God and not a false preacher. Hear the Holy Ghost and not a false evangelist like Billy Graham was. Hear Our Lady instead of false teachers, preachers, false book writers, authors. Okay? Spilling a lot of ink, putting out there lots of heresies. Listen to Our Lady. Come to Our Lady. Embrace Our Lady. Trust Our Lady, Jesus. Trusted Our Lady? For goodness sakes. Talk about an understatement. Please, come to her. Pray the Hail Mary. Pray the Rosary. Go to VaticanCatholic.com. Get the materials I've listed down there in the action steps and get on your way. She loves you. She wants you to do this right. She wants you to crush it. I'm Joseph Ramirez, your Apostle of Mary. May the divine will and the Blessed and Immaculate Virgin Mary be ever loved and praised.